All right, at episode number 1, we are going to show you how to, in 2026, start your very own podcast from scratch. Now, the funny thing is, you might think, wait a second, this doesn't look very professional. Well, we're doing that on purpose. We have been doing podcasts for literally almost 20 years. Maybe it has been 20, if we go back to look at the date. But we want to show people who've never done it before how easy it is, how to actually start a podcast and what to do in the beginning so you can actually make one instead of just analyzing, thinking you're going to do it next week, and then not doing it. So, how to get it out the door, how to make incremental improvements, how to get it uploaded where you want it so people are downloading, listening, how to make steps along the way. So, instead of doing a polished one up front, we thought, let's just start with this and show you how to do it from scratch. So, do you want to go from there, Ad?
I guess I do. Yeah, this is part of it. This is a podcast right now. You just jump into it, you start doing it. And the funny thing is, if you have no idea what you're going to do, it doesn't matter. Just start, press the record button is the key. I see so many people's comments online like, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, but they haven't even recorded anything. So it's a very weird way to start a podcast if you've never even recorded something. You don't need a good mic. You don't need a great setup. Just record something and see, your sticking point. So if you record something and then realize, oh, my mic isn't good enough or I need a better webcam, that's fine. But at least you'll know where you're at, not I haven't made anything and I have no idea where to start.
Yeah, like you're going to obviously need a name, a niche, and all this kind of stuff. But the first thing you should do, because you probably have some idea in the back of your mind or a format, like if you're going to do an interview show like this, before you get a guest or even get the name or get your jingle or your logo or blah, 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 just see if you can like invite your husband or wife or your best friend or your mom and see if you can, set up an interview and don't plan on publishing it. Like normally we wouldn't publish what we're doing right now, but because we're showing you the behind the scenes of starting it, we're just going to show you what it actually looks like. So we're having a conversation kind of in real time to show you, right? So as Ad said, like the microphone I'm using is $25 off Amazon. And the webcam I'm using is, I think, also $25. Like it's nothing. It's a little bit better than the stuff that comes with the computer, but that's really all you need to start. And before that, if you don't even have that, just start with your laptop and just see if you can press record. Now, we built this software that we're using because we didn't like the other ones out there, because we're doing podcasts and different shows, um, and different YouTube channels, and we're using it. Podsplice. It's so easy. But the first step is literally see how you sound, how you look, and if you can figure it out, just the technical details of how to record. So, Ad, if you want to talk about how to even use Podsplice, now we're not just going to market that the whole time. There's other ones as well, but that's what
No,
we're using.
exactly. No, so we'll show you a simple way. That's what we're using right now. There's many ways to make a remote interview. You can use Skype and a lot of things you've already used. I guess not Skype anymore because I guess it doesn't exist, but Zoom or something and just record it. But you need some way of recording it. So I'm going to do a screen share of what we're doing right now just to give you an idea. But basically, we're having a phone call. Like we're not really doing anything technical. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm sharing now, so you
Yeah.
should be able to see it.
Hmm.
So you see Andrew and I were side by side, but all I did, I went over to the interview tab and then I sent an invitation link. I sent it over on WhatsApp to Andrew. He clicked on it, and then down here I pressed a record button, and that's it. That's all I did to start recording. It wasn't like a complicated setup. So as soon as he saw me set up his microphone, chose his microphone and webcam, we started talking and then we recorded. That's a podcast.
Now,
And yeah,
sorry, Ad,
sorry,
if
go
I could
ahead.
just jump in. Now, not to go overboard with Podsplice, but just to say, so the advantage of using that, though, over, let's say, Zoom or most of these ones online is it's called, this very briefly, it's a double ender recording. So the reason it comes out clear and it sounds clear, even though we're not in the same city, is because the way that the software is set up, that it comes out pretty good, is my voice is recorded from my microphone right into my computer. It's not recorded like across, you know, how a phone call doesn't sound clear, right? So it's not like you're recording the phone call coming in, it's recording directly into my computer. Ad's microphone is going into his computer. And then same with the video of my face and the same with the video of him. So it doesn't rely on the internet connection to have us talk to each other. It just goes straight into each of our computers. So even if there's a glitch or the internet's always a little bit slower than like a high quality studio recording right there, you get the best of both worlds. So by the time it's edited, it's all spliced together with local recordings. That's how you get a quality type of sound out of it. But if you want to play around with like a free version, this is only $15 a month. But if you want to play around with the free version to start, go ahead and do that as well.
No, the key is just get recording somehow. Yes, this is a good example. This is a good way if you really want to do remote recording, but if you might do a solo option, which works on Podsplice too. But the point of this is get recording is the main thing. And we're going to show you something that we did a long time ago. We started, I don't know, 2004, 2005 maybe. It was over 20 years ago, I'm sure, the
Yeah,
start of it. So I'm going to switch over to this tab and we're going to listen to an episode. And this is really what we did a long time ago.
this is
So,
hilarious. So that's us there.
so look, I assume a little bit younger. I'm just going
Yeah.
to hide this.
We lived in China for like 15 years, and we used to have an English learning podcast for non-native speakers, and it did really well, honestly. But yeah, this is
I,
funny. So I haven't listened to this in probably 15 years, Ad, but go ahead and play a little clip.
right, I'll just go a little bit of a background. So we had this radio station, as Andrew said, in China called China 232. Not a great name, but we had, tens of millions of downloads of this show. And it was an audio only English learning podcast. So we just literally dove into it. Let's just listen to a clip.
And we're back here in the free section, lesson number 132, and it's the last one of 2012, which admittedly was not the best year for the free section, but 2013 is going to be a different story, a lot better for both.
Yeah, 2012 was definitely a little. Okay, I'm just gonna cut myself off right there. But this is so that's 2012 we're talking about, and we had a podcast, audio only, and that was it. So I'm back. We're looking at here, but that was it. So we had a podcast. We were in the same room at that time. This is remote recording. It's different, but it's the same idea. To be honest, actually, this probably sounds better. And those were hundreds of dollars microphones. That's the funny part.
Yeah, and the other funny part is back then it was so difficult to even technically do it because we had to get fancy equipment. Everything was all wired in, just uploading it and figuring all the technical details out was difficult. Now it's just play, press record, and you get a video thing. The tech headache is done, but the psychological thing is still real. People are making excuses. I was on a Facebook forum for start or a Facebook, what do you
Okay, I'm
call
just
it,
gonna go
group.
back to stop sharing now, so we can
Yeah.
go back just looking at our faces.
Sure. So I was on a Facebook group, and people are encouraging each other. Hey, I'm going to start a podcast. What should I use? Blah blah blah. And like one of the top posts is this guy's like, I'm all ready to go, and I have dogs at home, or I have a dog, and the dog gets lonely and starts barking if I'm in another room. So I'm thinking of going and renting out a place in the city. And what should I do? And like it sounds like he's been thinking of this for months. He's got one dog, and if the dog barks in the background, big deal. The point is, he's never recorded himself doing anything at all. He's just, going through this mental thing of analysis paralysis. Oh, I would have this awesome podcast if it wasn't for that dog. But, just put the dog in the other room, press record, see if you can get anything done, or you'll sit there, honestly, and have nothing. So that's the
Right.
first
So
step. Record anything that you're going to
right.
do at all. Just see how it looks, see how it sounds.
Right, exactly. So this we're going to get right to it. So we're recording this episode. We're going to call this episode 1, and then the next podcast, we're just going to show you how to put this on YouTube and turn it into a podcast and how to put it on Spotify. That's a podcast. That's it. So we're going to get into the details after about, adding an intro, music, and a bunch of other things. But the start is you record something and you publish it. That's a podcast. That's it. There's
Yeah.
nothing else
So
to
we
do.
almost started at like episode -5 because we don't have an intro, we don't have, really much going on. So, but we have to show you the behind the scenes because if we start with a polished show, then you're going to say, well, how do I even do any of that? So, the step one, again, don't overthink it. You already have something in your mind. Just talk. If you're recording yourself, record yourself. If not, if you're recording a guest, we recommend Podsplice, but you can check out something else and just record, watch the file, and just say, how do I look? How do they look? How did that sound? Did I learn anything? And I guarantee you will. And that'll push you to the next step, which we're going to get into. But don't even play around with your logo, play around with the opening. Just have a practice one that you're not going to put up. Like this one is just funny. It's ironic or because we are putting it up, but generally you wouldn't have to put this one up, right? Just have a conversation and record it, see how it sounds. And if you need to spend $25 to get a microphone, and that's it.
No, exactly. So you start with something, and to be honest, I recommend doing the full podcast. Like, just put it up somewhere, see it, and if anybody listens to it, who cares if it's terrible? To be honest, no one's gonna like. They might like it. The people respond better than you think, in my experience. That's the funny part.
Yeah, and then the other thing is too, if it's that bad, even after you put it up, you can just like put another one up, right? Like it's free to have a different podcast channel. So if you think I don't know, if you're not committing yourself to anything, even if you've put
Right.
it up.
No, delete it afterwards. Even if you're so like embarrassed of it, it's humiliating. You thought I sound so bad and I look ridiculous. Just delete it. It doesn't matter. Realistically, people won't listen to it. And if somehow they start listening to it, that's a good thing. Like even if you think it's bad, it doesn't matter what you think.
Well, we had so many more people listening to our first one. Like as Ed said, we had literally millions. We had thousands of paying customers because we had like a VIP section. People were paying $75 a year to just listen to it, which is kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, record it, get it up, see how it sounds. And we haven't even told you how to get it up part. So don't worry about that. Just so on this episode, I think we can pretty much end it here, Ad, but try to record yourself and a guest or just yourself, whatever you're doing, just to see it. And if you haven't done that, then you have not done the first step. And you probably will not have anything done next week or the week after or the week after. And that's because, I don't know, you're waiting for the perfect time and it's never going to happen.
It certainly won't. So we're going to show you the two-step process of creating and promoting or starting your podcast. And the next one, we're actually going to, turn it into a podcast. That's how quick it is.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay, we're
that's good
done.
for now. Yeah.